guys, my name is KEYO if you are brand new to the channel, and if you're returning, well then you know what we do here. We do a lot of crazy art videos and we do a lot of just videos in general. So today's piece, I'm going to show you how I go ahead and play with makeup. Yep, we're coloring with some makeup today. And if you guys are interested in watching that, then let's just jump right in. If you guys don't want to see that, then there are plenty of other videos on the channel, and there's going to be a lot of weird experimentation coming up on the channel. So I hope that you guys enjoy the video and stay tuned for it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we do put out a lot of content. And this year, I'm going above and beyond and trying to do more content for you guys. A lot of weird, like I said earlier, experimentation, just different things, and stuff that I've never done here on the channel. Have fun, guys, and I hope that you enjoy it. Oh boy. So first off, I did go ahead and just print this off from online, and it's just a stock image of Sakura-Chan from Cardcaptors. I love the anime, and you guys did see the KEYO pieces from a while back, or I hope you did. So you guys know that I'm a big fan, and that's also where the name KEYO came from. So after I printed this out, I went in with my stick foundation from Wet n Wild. I don't use a lot of this makeup that much anymore, so I decided to just go ahead and use it in this art piece, because why not? It's a new medium to bring to the channel. And you guys probably know that I've done makeup videos in the past, and would love to do more again. It's just having the time to paint my face and stuff like that. So what better thing to do than mix a medium that I do on my face, and as I've said, my face is just a canvas, but put it on paper, which again is another canvas. So that's what we did. So yeah, just going in, I'm putting the foundation on kind of like a flat brush. It's a smaller yet medium-sized flat brush, and doing it like I would put it on my face. So the good thing with doing it on paper is that the paper is very absorbent and it dried pretty quickly. So I didn't have to put any powder over top of it just to move forward. Perks on that. This was actually really fun though. I just sat down, I was watching a movie, and I was recording this at the same time. It was very new, but very fun. So after I laid down all the foundation within the piece, this is my favorite blush that I have. It is by a Japanese company. I got it out of a Korean box a couple years ago. I don't wear blush, so I decided to go ahead and put it on this piece. It is a very, very gorgeous shade of blush though. I don't remember the color, but as you can see, it blends in really, really nicely on the paper, and it matched the piece. Going in with my Rimmel Natural Bronzer, again, I don't really use this that much, so I'm just putting that in the hairline and pretty much where I would put bronzer on a natural face. I'm taking this on a smaller brush just to kind of get into the little nooks and crannies of the printed piece. And I will say that having the foundation in the hairline, like within the hair, you'll see a little later that it wasn't the best idea, and I kind of wish that I went back and covered it up or was more careful laying down the foundation, because the eyeshadow that we put on the piece later on kind of sticks to that. Yeah, it really annoyed me in the outcome, but hey, this was just the first time that I've tried doing something like this, other than doing makeup with colored pencils, so, you know, it was worth a shot. Going in with my NYX Jumbo Pencil, this is like an olive green color, and I'm using that in the irises of her eyes just because I wanted to make them really shimmery and shiny. I go back in with two other colors on top of that too, so this is one of those colors. Never used this pencil before, it was brand new, and again, it's by NYX. A lot of these cosmetics are by NYX just because I love their formulas and how creamy they are, and their long wear throughout the day. So as you guys know, I do have a lot of NYX products. No, I'm not sponsored by them. I wish I was, but I'm using that again just on the outsides of the irises to give the eyes a little more depth. Going in with this Milani palette, I don't think that I've really used this on the channel that much in my makeup tutorials, but I love these brown colors, especially the middle column. Oh, those brown shades are very, very gorgeous. Milani eyeshadows, especially within this palette, this is the only palette that I have from them, but I can say that their formulas are very creamy and I love how they pack onto the skin. So I use that just to give her eyes a little bit more depth, to warm it up. And she's like 10, okay? She doesn't wear makeup in the show, but I didn't want to make it over the top and something completely different. So I just wanted to enhance her bright green eyes. So I put down a little bit of dark brown to give her eyelids a little more depth and to make her face not as flat. Going in with my e.l.f. shimmer highlighter, I took that on a little applicator brush. I have a lot of these little applicators from when I was a beauty consultant, so I decided to use those in this piece. And I'm just placing that where you would put highlight on a natural face. You know, the apples of the cheeks, the nose, and the Cupid's bow specifically are where I put the highlight for this. Also for the nose, I wanted to round it out so it would, again, make it look like she had some depth to her face and it wasn't just a flat drawing. Going back into that Milani eyeshadow palette, I am taking the two darkest brown colors for her hair. I did try to experiment with a brush versus the applicator and found out that the applicator actually packed the color on a lot deeper than the brushes did for the paper. Makes sense. So I'm just going back in with those, and in the first column, the third shade down, just for a little bit of a lighter color in some highlight spots. That is where you can see how the brown packed on to where the foundation was. That's why it kind of annoyed me, but hey, what can you do about it now? I loved the overall piece and how it came out, so I decided to just brush those little triangular sections to the side. I could have gone back and added more depth to the hair, you know, with shading and probably cover that up a little bit, but it probably would have made it a little worse than it turned out. Decided to just bypass it and continue coloring the hair as if nothing ever happened. Yeah. Going in with my Profusion UFO palette, I'm taking the green. This is where you can see what the brush does in comparison to the applicator. So on the top of the shirt, I decided to go in with the brush so it would lay down lighter. And then with the applicator, you can tell that it did pack it on a little better and a little deeper in color. The reveal. It's more vibrant by placing the applicator down on the paper. So I went ahead and just used that to my advantage for this section specifically, because the deeper the shirt, the more shadow there is. Now going in with that deeper, what is that, like a, I don't want to call it an aqua teal, it's more of like a teal color. I used that for the shadowing of the shirt and decided to add a little bit where her neckline would be, like her collarbones. A little bit of shading right there just to make it, again, less flat. I don't know if you guys have ever tried Profusion Cosmetics, but their stuff is highly pigmented, and you can tell just by this red right here. This is like the best shade of red that I've ever seen. And it just worked so well with the spots of red on this picture. Now this is just a cheap eyeshadow palette that I got off of Amazon. I'm going in with that matte gray color. This is like more of a shimmer palette. The white of this is fantastic, by the way. But enough of that. The whites aside. Going in with that matte gray color, I'm using that to go ahead and shadow the shirt and for her eyes. You gotta shadow the eyes. You can't shadow the face without shadowing the eyes. I'm now going back in with black eyeliner and covering that in. I was very skeptical at first how that would turn out. I didn't know if I was going to use liquid eyeliner to go ahead and do her eyes, or if I was just going to go with this eyeliner pencil. And I actually really liked using the pencil. Again, it's by NYX, and it's so creamy. Yeah, after I went ahead and did that, I found another eyeliner pencil in like an aqua teal kind of thing, and decided that I just needed to enhance the eyes a little bit more to give it a little bit more depth. So this is also a shimmer pencil, and I just added that to the iris. With that being said, I'm pretty much done with the piece. but for some reason decided to add a little bit of blue in the background just so it wasn't flat and on the center of the page. Wanted to give it a little more pop. So I went in with that Profusion palette again, the UFO palette, and added some of that light baby blue to the outside with just a small fluffy brush. It did, however, kind of blend some of the brown in with it, but it did give the overall picture a very smoky look, and I'm not disappointed by the outcome. But after I went ahead and put all that blue down and kind of gave it like a smoky effect, I go in with like a bigger contour brush and kind of just smoke it out a little more so it was a little more flawless with the piece. So there is my little contour brush, and I'm just going over, and you see I'm just using the flat side of that brush to kind of blend everything out and away from the paper. With that being said, the piece is pretty much complete, and if you guys liked it, definitely click that thumbs up button for me. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we do more videos like this all the time. So that is it, and I will see you guys in the next video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye!